Hey guys, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with a message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements. This is just going to be a general message, but the theme for this message is going to be what's holding you back. Typically, I do love and romance readings, but I'm kind of getting bored of that right now, so we're switching it up for a few weeks, and we'll see what kind of messages I can get for you guys. And for some reason, this idea has been on my mind for a really long time. What's holding you back? What's keeping you stagnant? You know what I'm saying? What's keeping you from reaching your full potential at this time? Some of you might be in a holding pattern or in a waiting room, and you know that, right? And you're aware of that. But this message is for those people who know that they should be doing something, or maybe feel the nudge to move and just kind of aren't doing it. So what's holding you back, Aquarius? We're going to see if I can get this deck shuffled. We're going to see what's going on here. Spirit, what are the most important messages, predictions, and happenings from about and around Aquarius in regards to what is holding them back right now? What's keeping them stagnant? What's keeping them from moving to the next level? What's keeping them from realizing their potential at this time? What is holding them back? Thank you for this message, Spirit. I really appreciate it. We're going to do one more and we'll get started. Nine cards for Aquarius. What is holding them back? 10 of Pentacles. The first card out, the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, right off the bat, that talks to me about family. That talks to me about tradition. That talks to me about doing things a certain way, or believing things should be a certain way, not wanting to give up on your lifestyle, your culture, your religion, or not wanting to feel like you're betraying those things, not wanting to separate yourself from those things, but also wanting to live a life that's authentically yours. You know? We got the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Hierophant, the Nine of Swords. You're afraid that if you deviate from your religion, your culture, your tradition, or what it is that you were raised to believe, to know, even if it's like your education, there's something here about like a higher institution, like of learning, basically like it's above you. So whatever you see yourself coming from, right? And whatever you feel like has most imprinted on you as far as your personality and things like that. That's what this 10 of Pentacles represents to me right now. And we got 3 Cups as the overall energy. Girls just want to have fun. I don't know if somebody's hearing that song, but that literally just popped into my head. I hate that song. I'm sorry if y'all like it. I don't mean to alienate anybody, but I hate this song. Alright. Yeah, clarified. Okay. Alright, Aquarius. So, I say I'm going to take a break from these love and romance readings. And honestly, I feel like this is about love and romance for some of you. And I'm going to describe it both ways. For those of you who are not interested in somebody right now, they could be an earth sign feminine, regardless of whatever body they're in. That's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You could be in this masculine King of Swords energy. That's obviously Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. At the bottom of the deck, it's like this 8 of Swords. Oh, and the Judgment card. You're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to be decisive. Especially with this King of Swords at the center. What is it that you really want? Who are you so afraid of disappointing? And why are you afraid of living your own life? Hey, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. We all have programming. We all have to peel back the layers of the things that don't actually belong to us and aren't actually us, right? But what is it that you're afraid of? Are you afraid of challenging, like I said, your tradition, your culture, your family, your religion? It's weighing heavy on your heart, okay? For those of you who are interested in somebody who is not like you, who is either a different race, different religion, different culture, they have different values. Maybe they're just completely different to you, right? And maybe even the thought of being with somebody like this makes you feel conflicted, because it's like, here's this person who you feel really attracted to, who you want to move towards, who you want to take a risk and go towards, but you feel like there are people in your life or situations or circumstances that won't approve, or that will directly conflict with you pursuing this person or being in relationship with this person. That's what's holding you back. That's what's holding you back from really expressing yourself or taking things to the next level with this person, when I really feel like that's all you want to do. I mean, and the reason why I say that is, look at this, look at the you know, the intensity that this Knight of Swords is riding with. You know what I'm saying? This is the fastest moving knight, swift, quick, right? Just behind that is the energy of the Fool, Aries energy, right? Taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. You know, this Fool card, he got his little knapsack on his back, not a care in the world, doing whatever he wants to do. And I'm not speaking anybody's gender, just the person in the card. The Fool does what the Fool wants to do. And sometimes the Fool can be a little reckless. Sometimes the Fool can be really impulsive, especially with this Knight of Swords energy here. But this feels more decisive. It feels like a calculated risk. And once you make up your mind, you're gonna just do it. To be honest, I don't feel like you conform to whatever this Ten of Pentacles represents anyway. I kind of feel like you've always been an outlier. Or maybe you've always, not an outcast, I think you feel embraced by whatever this Ten of Pentacles represents to you. But I don't think you've always been like, you know, if this represents a religion, you've not been a devout, you know, member of your religion, right? You may not be going to church when you're supposed to be going to church, or eating the foods that you're supposed to eat or not supposed to eat. You know what I'm saying? You're not a devout person. There are people around you who might be devout, if this represents religion. If this represents culture, you know, I can understand why pursuing somebody of a different culture would be difficult, because at some point they have to integrate into your family, right? And that can be difficult. I know my ex-husband is not black. I am very black. And it felt odd sometimes, being at family functions and stuff, surrounded by people who don't look like me and have no idea what my life is like. And when the talks of like race relations and stuff would come up, especially when a lot of crazy stuff was happening, which always happens here in the US, right? We would have conversations about this, and I would get like heated, like passionately, not angry, just, well, a little angry, but passionate, you know, passionately discussing these things. And it was just like another conversation for them. That was really hurtful for me. So I don't think that you considering the fact that this person is not of whatever this is, right? Or maybe you're not of what they are. You know what I'm saying? Because now that I'm looking at it, they're the Queen of Pentacles, right? The Queen of Pentacles is the one that's being pursued. And this is the Ten of Pentacles. So maybe you're afraid that you won't fit in to their deal. It could be both sides, right? Maybe you're Catholic and they're Jewish or something. I don't know. And it doesn't just have to be religion. That's just the easiest thing to give a tangible example. And we have the Hierophant here, which is like the priest. So anyway, so you even considering that maybe you guys might be too different to make it work is valid, okay? One of the biggest reasons why people divorce is like they can't agree on what religion to raise their kids or something like that. It's like religion is one of the main ones. It's like top 5 reasons for divorce. And you think that you can overcome these things because you love this person, you care about this person, you're interested in this person. But unless both people are truly committed into creating a new life together, or one person is committed to completely assimilating into the other person's way of life, then it's probably not gonna work. There are definitely exceptions to this rule, obviously, but y'all know what I'm saying. So you considering that is not wrong. Like I said, it's valid, but not to the point where it's like stressing you out. I feel like you feel deeply connected to this person. You might feel like this person is a soulmate or something. Even if you don't believe in soulmates, you might feel like you have a connection with this person that you cannot quite explain. Like you can't put your finger on it. Maybe you're learning about these things. Maybe you're getting into esoteric stuff. And maybe you're going to figure out, or maybe you're going to realize that for you, that kind of connection is more important or kind of outweighs any of the kind of more superficial stuff. And obviously culture and religion and values and stuff is not superficial, but you know what I'm saying? Some of you might prioritize the spiritual connection that you might have or feel with this person over cultural differences or whatever differences that you might have. But I do feel like, you know, you got to use good judgment with this. Because what if you are kind of romanticizing this idea of either you or them kind of learning about whatever this Ten of Pentacles is. And then if you like research it enough, that it won't be so daunting or it won't create such a separation. The King of Swords for Aquarius and what's holding them back. We got the Wheel of Fortune. And we got the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is definitely talking about letting go of baggage. The Wheel of Fortune is a complicated energy. Because really the Wheel of Fortune is just talking about fate and divine timing. Shifts and alignment. And with it coming out with this King of Swords. Let me get one more on that because I'm not quite sure what the energy is. We got the Five of Pentacles. Maybe you feel like, maybe when you look at things logically, you feel like it might just be like an unnecessary struggle. Or you might be suffering unnecessarily if you were to try to bring this person in or something. Or if you were to try to be with this person. For those of you who this is not a person, I'm sorry, I said I was going to translate it both ways. For those of you who this is not a person, it's just a mindset, really, right? It's going from one mindset to the other. It's relying on your masculine energy and then transitioning into relying on your feminine energy, right? Going from being this very strict, disciplined, focused, logical thinker, business-minded, potentially an entrepreneur, to being this soft, nurturing, very diligent, detail-oriented, goal-oriented feminine energy. Maybe even becoming a single parent for some of you. You know, so this doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. That's just kind of how I'm seeing it, because I have rules for my cards, and court cards are always people, so I have to read them that way. And we have the Knight of Cups as the outcome energy, really. I don't know. Maybe, are you challenging the way things are just to rebel against them? I know Aquarians have rebellious natures. Are you known for kind of being the one in your family who's always pushing the envelope? Or kind of, do you like shock value, right? Do you want to bring this person around just so you can, like, you know, have them as your trophy of how, like, much of a progressive thinker you are? And how much you're not defined by the other things that define other people, and how out of the box you are. If you're using this person to prove just how different you are than other people, and just how different you are to people in your culture or your traditions or your religion or your family, I don't think that's a good enough reason to pursue them. I don't think that's a genuine enough reason to pursue them. You know? Okay, Knight of Cups. We got the Four of Wands. Wow, interesting. And I'm going to tell you why it's interesting. Because we get the Four of Wands, and then we get the Queen of Swords. Funny that, with the Chariot. So even though it kind of looks like on the surface you're trying to pursue this Queen of Pentacles energy, who's quite different from this King of Swords energy, quite different, right? Even though it looks like you're trying to pursue this, I think you just kind of end up, for those of you who are not, this is not about people or a relationship or a specific person, I think you're just going to end up integrating the feminine aspect of the energy that you already carry. And what I mean by that is just taking a different approach, right? It's changing your approach to not necessarily be different, but to be softer or more receptive, more open, more communicative, right? And if these kings and queens represent specific people, then to me, you're going to end up moving forward with somebody who is like you, okay? Because we got the Queen of Swords. So maybe in a weird way, what's holding you back from pursuing this quote-unquote Queen of Pentacles is the fact that you know deep down it's really important to you to have someone who shares your culture, your identity, your vision, your values, your morals, your religion, your tradition. You know what? I hope I didn't repeat myself, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe that's really important to you. Maybe you were playing that down. Maybe you've been playing it down your whole life. Like I said, once again, trying to, be so progressive and out of the box, and I can be different, and I can do different things, and I can love different people, which is not untrue. But let's be real. Maybe what's keeping you from being in a happy, long-lasting, super connected, intimate relationship is the fact that you're pursuing people whose values and vision and identity and all of that stuff don't align with yours. Because ultimately, I see you pursuing a relationship with this energy of the Queen of Swords. An energy that is much more similar to yours. It's a match, in fact. Would you look at that? Can you believe it? For some of you guys, like I said, I just feel like you maybe are that kind of person in your family. Maybe you feel like the black sheep, so you kind of like lean into that a little bit. And maybe that's what's keeping you unhappy, is the fact that you won't just admit to yourself that maybe you really do have the same values as your family. Wow, ain't that crazy? Maybe you've been rebelling against that stuff your whole life, only to realize that's actually what you want. And it's never too late to switch it up. It's never too late. And I do ultimately seeing you pursuing someone who is more aligned with who you already are, as opposed to you trying to, push the envelope by pursuing somebody who is kind of a mismatch for you, to be honest. All right, Aquarius, this is what I have for you guys. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all next time.